Hey guys, I'm Samcrac, and this is Offset's Hellcat. In May 2018, news broke that Offset from the rap group Migos was involved in a very serious collision in his Hellcat Challenger. This exact Hellcat Challenger behind me. Today I'm going to take you on an in-depth look around and inside of this car, and then kind of explain what will end up happening with Offset's Hellcat. Offset's Hellcat was clearly totaled. Totaled is short for a total loss, which means the insurance company deemed that it would cost more money to repair this car than it would to completely replace it. When a car is totaled, typically an insurance company writes a check to the owner of the car for its fair market value. A big misconception is that totaled cars are simply carted off, crushed, and turned into scrap metal. While Offset's Hellcat might not look like it's good for anything, there are a ton of valuable parts that still remain on it. The insurance company will auction off these total cars in order to recoup some of their losses. For anyone that's new to my channel, let me introduce you to Copart. Copart is the world's largest auction for salvage vehicles. Copart is the outlet that insurance companies use to auction off their assets like Offset's Hellcat. Another misconception is that you must be a dealer to access Copart's auctions, but it's not true. I'm just a guy that likes cars, has no license, and I buy project cars from Copart all the time. I actually just bought a supercar from Copart at a super steep discount, and I'll be unveiling it soon on this channel. When I search for cars to buy at Copart, I look for cars that I can completely rebuild or restore. In my opinion, Offset's Hellcat is too far gone for this, but as I'm about to show you, Copart has an incredible inventory of cars. A good amount with manageable damage that can be rebuilt and provide you with an entertaining weekend rebuild project, saving you a ton of money in the process. Copart doesn't just have damaged cars, they have donated cars and dealer cars too, so it's a great place to look for a cheap daily driver. You can head on over to Copart using my link in the description box below, and if you want to see the listing for Offset's car, just type in the search box 351-11328. I'll also link video playlists to my current rebuild projects, including my Audi RS7 and my Focus RS, and also a few quick tip videos to assist you in getting set up at Copart. This is by far the biggest Copart lot I've ever been to, and this is one of, what was there, four in the Atlanta area. 4 Copart lots. Look at how huge this one is. There's just rows and rows of cars. Now that we're done checking out Offset's car, I just want to show you some of the other cool cars that you could find here at Copart. They've really got everything. It's not just a bunch of Toyota Camrys. As you can see, they've got a huge variety. An Audi right there. There's a Porsche right there, a relatively new one. Let's check that out actually. So this is a really nice car. My guess is that this is a vandalism car because it's missing all four wheels and tires, and it was probably just dropped on the ground, causing all sorts of undercarriage damage. Looks like it popped the front bumper out here, and yeah, the undercarriage is just sitting on the ground. So this car has 81,000 miles on it, in really nice shape. Actually looks like it might have some sort of radar detector installed in it. And this is the sort of stuff that will end up selling relatively cheap because, well, of course we've got this issue. But I'd imagine that you could lift this thing up, get some wheels and tires on it, repair anything that might be damaged, scratched underneath, and walk out with a really, really nice, really, really inexpensive Porsche Cayenne Turbo. If this is the real Bumblebee, somebody is getting a deal because it's really, really damaged. Looks like it was rolled over. You can see a little bit open in there. I don't even want to attempt to open this door. Again, everything gets misaligned, especially in a rollover. But this thing is decked out with the Bumblebee package stripes and insignias and Transformer insignias. All right, let's check out this G-Wagon. This thing at this angle looks really, really good with the exception of that rear corner suspension. Everything just looks to be in really decent shape besides a sheen of dust on it. Let's see here. Wow, and the interior is actually really nice. This car is really clean, and it's a newer model too. Look, 1,339 mile G-Wagon. This is the sort of car that I like to bid on. Now, before I say that I like to bid on a car like this, let me make sure the rest of the condition's pretty good. All right, ooh, here's what I missed right here. So this is your tough area to repair right here. Of course, you could go ahead, get a new door, but this is definitely pushed in, needs to come out. And so there's quite a bit of stuff going on, not to mention the rear suspension damage. Still, a car that likely could be repaired, and who knows, I would say that this car with this low miles is a good candidate for a repair. Now, of course, we can't leave without checking out this Bentley, which looks like they tried to tape up the side here, and then somebody ripped it off, and check it out. Those beautiful, beautiful leather seats, the beautiful leather interior has just dust all over it. It's unfortunate, but that sort of stuff does happen to these cars. Nothing that can't be cleaned up. This car's probably been sitting for a while. The air suspension looks like it's sitting low. The tires look low. This is a older model Maserati Quattroporte. This car's also in really pretty good condition. It says that it was an auto theft. These are the sort of cars, again, you can get a great deal. This back seat looks like it was never even sat in. And the materials in this thing are really, really nice for as aged of a car as it is. I've specifically seen Quattroporte sell really, really cheap at Copart. So maybe you want to keep an eye on this one if it's still available. Here's a relatively new S-Class next to a C6 Corvette. Let's check this S-Class out. Looks like it got side swiped. The side swipe damage I don't think would have told it out. It's probably what is lurking behind everything we can't see here in the front. Yeah, this thing got mashed up pretty hard in the front end here. If we can see down low here. Now I really get into these cars, but some guys prefer the LS460L. It's the Lexus competitor to the S-Class. These cars are really, really nice, and I might even argue that the fit and finish sometimes is better than the Mercedes, and I know over time they hold up extremely well. This is a car with 17,000 miles on it in really, really nice condition. Ooh, look what I found here. A C6 Corvette ZR1. These cars look absolutely amazing, although I haven't seen this one from all angles yet. This is a supercharged LS9 engine. These cars were insanely fast, still are insanely fast. They were known for getting people into a lot of trouble. Car looks really nice until we get to the back here. This is where it sustained most of its damage. Look at the way that rear wheel is sitting. We come around here. Definitely have some frame stuff going on in the back corner of the car. Anytime a Corvette has frame damage, it's typically totaled out, as I've shown in my Corvette rebuild. The only way to repair a Corvette frame is to replace it, and well, they just don't sell an entire frame. But look at the top, it's all carbon fiber. The side rockers are also all carbon fiber. Somebody really knows what they're doing. This is a car with a lot of potential, and if they don't use it to rebuild, there's a lot of great parts on it, including the amazing carbon ceramic brakes and that LS9 engine under the hood. Now, how many of you guys noticed while I was shooting the Corvette, this P100D Model X, this rear end damage? Here's another awesome car that just got totally destroyed in the rear end here. There's more good on this one than there is bad, at least in my opinion. These quarter panels would be pretty difficult to fix, but as far as I know, you can source them used from auto parts wholesalers. Right, this is obviously the coolest thing that they got going on in the power sports category. A lifted Polaris 1000. Looks like the entire engine was taken out of the rear here. But wow, this thing is insane. This must be a ton of fun when it's up and running. All right, I was getting ready to leave, but there's one last car I gotta take a look at. Check out that BMW i8 right there. That thing looks like it was in a pretty gnarly front end collision. But again, look at some of the amazing parts that it has on it. Let's start out with these custom Forgiato wheels. I wonder how much that these would retail for just the set of wheels and tires alone. These are 22-inch wheels on this relatively small car. They all seem to be in pristine condition too. It's unfortunate because again, the windows are all taped up, and understandably why. Check out the rear of this car. Stuff going on out here, but we're gonna wrap it up right now. Huge thanks to Copart in Atlanta for letting me come out here and check out their amazing inventory. Also, big thanks in general to Copart for being such an integral part of my channel. Shout out Offset. I am absolutely thrilled that you are okay after that gnarly accident. That car was absolutely decimated, and I'm a huge fan. Without Warning is one of my favorite albums. If you guys know what Without Warning is and enjoy Without Warning as much as I do, be sure to hit that like button. If you guys like videos like this one where I go out physically to Copart locations and check out their awesome cars, hit that like button. I get to send videos like this to Copart and say, hey guys, the audience loves it, send me out to more locations. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you very soon.